From LEX 18, your official UK sports station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight. Presented by Central Bank, the official bank of UK Athletics.
Welcome into BBN Tonight. I'm Keith Farmer.
And I'm Maggie Davis, filling in for Anna Tarullo. We have a great show lined up for you tonight, including plenty of UK football talk, and it's a big week for the volleyball team, Keith, so we will get you pumped for Cats First Cards. But Keith, we got to start with football, because as we all know, once college football season starts, it is unrelenting.
Chattanooga is up next for the Cats, and that's tonight's Big Blue story. Fans might be looking at the FCS opponent this week and think, hey, Kentucky can take it easy this week in practice, right? And Saturday will be a breeze, and to maybe some extent, just maybe, they're right. But for those inside the program, the coaches, the players, that's far from the mentality that Mark Stoops wants to instill.
You would never hear me use the word breather. You know, that's not in our vocabulary. All the thing we're interested in is pressing on and moving forward. And, you know, any great team, no matter what the competition level is, plays to their best of their ability. And that's what we're always trying to do. We have so much to do, so much work to get caught up on, that it's always, you know, I always say that, but it's exciting for me on Mondays. You know, win or lose, you know, it's on to the next opponent, it's on to the next challenge. For me, it's trying to get their minds right, and physically this game took a lot out of us. So we've got to regroup in a hurry and get ready to play a very good football team. This team was picked to win their league, and so, you know, they're talented and could do some good things. So no matter who we're playing, you're going to hear me always talk about us. You know, we have respect for everybody that we play, but it's about us and how we play.
Well, Stoops is right. Chattanooga was the preseason pick to win the Southern Conference, but then they kicked off the season with a 30-20 loss to Austin Peay, Maggie.
Right, and you hear him say that right there. That game took a lot out of us against Missouri physically.
That stuck out to me too.
Right, so, you know, you don't want to take this week off. You can't take a breather like Mark Stoops says, but you do have to find a way to start to limit some of those guys and try to get them a little bit of rest and let them recover before you take on South Carolina the following week. And hey, friendly reminder, this will be the streaming only game. So if you want to watch the Cats, it will only be streamed on the SEC Network Plus or on ESPN Plus with a paid subscription. If you don't have that, you can always listen to our friends, of course, Tom Leach and Jeff Pecoro on the UK Sports Network. So one guy you'd want to give a little bit of a breather to, Keith, is Will Levis, especially after the beating he put himself through against Missouri. But of course, like I said, it's about that balance, because you want to keep getting Levis reps. Let's not forget he's only been working with this offense as QB1 for about a month. Stoops named Levis the starter on August 15th. There's still plenty for Levis to work on. Mark Stoops talked about Levis's performance against Missouri, including that interception intended for Isaiah Cummings.
I'm very pleased, you know, with even the interception. We went to the right place, right spot. Just got to make a better throw. But very pleased with the way he's calling it, and very pleased with Will's decision making. And as the game slows down, more reps, you know, he'll continue to get better and better. But I love the fact that we attacked when we had to attack, and you know, we scratched where it itches when we had to do that.
Okay, I like it. That interception, though, was off the hands of his receiver, and the one against ULM was the same play, Keith. The same play.
Same exact play. Liam Cohen said that, and he was also asked, well, will you go away from it? He said no, because it's worked twice. We just haven't connected on it.
He's been open both times.
Exactly. Other than that play, the win over Missouri looked different from the Cats' win over ULM. So much of the offense came on the ground in week 2. 27 carries for Chris Rodriguez, ran the ball 52 total times. Mark Stoops was asked if quarterback-turned-offensive coordinator Liam Cohen has ever had one of his teams run that much before.
I don't know. I doubt it. He's a quarterback by nature, so I doubt it. But again, you know, the only time we were in run overdrive was the end of the first half, and again, you'd be stupid not to. You know, at that point, I mean, we ran it 12 plays in a row because we could.
I mean, the mentality is not anymore like a run-first team, but it's definitely a part of our identity. And if we can get a game rolling like today where they can't stop us in the run game, why would we stop running the ball? So, I mean, I'll be a part of that game plan whenever I can and whenever they want me to. And I'll throw the ball whenever they want me to, too. So, I mean, I think I only passed the ball 18 times today, but who cares? We won the game. So, 340 rushing yards, I think, something like that. It's ridiculous.
Maggie, it's all about balance. I mean, I don't care if they run it, I don't care if they're passing it, whatever. Yeah, just as long as it's mixed up a little bit, to keep the defense honest.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Mark Stoops says, hey, we ran it 12 times in a row because Missouri was letting us run it 12 times in a row. You see that opportunity, you're going to take advantage of it, especially with a guy like C-Rod on your roster.
Yeah.
And all of that running is helping the Cats climb up some national rankings, not the AP poll or anything like that, but okay, look at this. Per game, Kentucky's offense is number 12 in the country with 541.5 yards per game. The Cats are averaging just shy of 300 passing yards plus 242 rushing yards. They put 40 points on the board in the first 2 games of this season, and that ranks 26th in the country.
All right, defense isn't too shabby either. Top 10 in the nation in yards allowed per game. The Cats have given up just about 242 total yards per game. They're ranked 15th in the country in rushing yards allowed. They're 48th in passing yards. That's because of that Missouri game. And, of course, that's the area this defense is looking to clean up.
And in case you guys missed it, USC fired their head football coach Clay Helton yesterday, just 2 games into the season after getting beat pretty badly by Stanford. Southern Cal, of course, is one of the most storied programs in college football history, but they have not reached expectations this decade, Keith.
That has stirred up the conversation of, is it even a good job in college football anymore? Analysts around the country are ranking their top jobs in college football, and at least 2 have Kentucky in their top 10. Peter Burns of the SEC Network had UK listed in his honorable mentions for his top 5 jobs, and national recruiting analyst for The Athletic, Ari Wasserman, ranked Kentucky 5th, noting Mark Stoops has the best life of anyone on earth. Maggie, you
well,
agree?
The best life of anyone on earth might be a little dramatic. I think Harry Mullins in the rifle team might have that title. That's a pretty sweet gig.
Yeah.
But, he's in the SEC. He has a solid fan base. He has top-tier facilities, except for that indoor facility he really wants. But other than that, I can understand why these guys are so high on the Kentucky job, especially with the way Kentucky's fan base rallies around the football programs. It still maintains reasonable expectations.
And I'll say this, if he were to leave tomorrow for another job, whenever that may happen, he's left this program in a great position. So that's, you got to love that part of it.
Definitely.
It's rivalry week for the volleyball team.
It's Cats versus Cards tomorrow night. Head coach Craig Skinner previews the top 10 matchup. That's coming up next on BBN Tonight.